Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be working on our final recipe to complete this week's Thanksgiving recipe ideas. It's one of my favorite recipes, and that's sweet potato casserole. If you're interested in seeing how I do this, come cook with me and I'll show you how. Now let's get started on those ingredients. You're going to need some peeled chopped up sweet potatoes, melted butter, flour, salt, brown sugar, pecans, marshmallows, milk, vanilla, softened butter, salt, cinnamon, nutmeg, sugar, and eggs. Now let's get started. Today I'm going to be using my Instant Pot to cook my sweet potatoes, and I'm going to start off with a cup of water, and I'm going to use my steaming divider and place my sweet potatoes on top of the divider. And then from there I'm just going to place the lid on my Instant Pot and make sure that the valve is closed and set it to 15 minutes on manual. Now once that 15 minutes has passed, I'm going to let it do a natural release, and I am just going to make sure that my potatoes are cooked enough so they could be mixed together, and they went perfectly through. So now I'm going to get a mixing bowl, and I'm going to add my cooked sweet potatoes, some brown sugar, just some regular sugar, 2 eggs, milk, vanilla, my softened butter, some salt, nutmeg, and cinnamon. And from there, I'm just going to start mixing all of those ingredients together to where it makes like a fluffy, combined mixture. Now also remember that your sweet potatoes do not have to be cooked into an Instant Pot. You could also boil them. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes for them to get cooked as well. But for me, Instant Pot is definitely a way to go to save space on my stove as I'm cooking on a big day like Thanksgiving. So I definitely recommend putting it to use, and it'll save so much time and space. Now that we have everything mixed together, I'm going to start working on my pecan crumble. So I'm going to take some melted butter in a new bowl. I'm also going to take some brown sugar. And remember, all these ingredients are also listed below. I'm also going to put my flour, and I'm just going to mix those 3 ingredients together. And it's going to end up making a crumbly mixture. So this is just going to be the crumble that's going to go on top of our casserole. So I'm going to make sure everything is mixed well in and there is no flour showing. And from there, after all that is mixed together, I'm going to add in some pecan halves. You could also use chopped up pecans, or if you do not like pecans, you don't have to put them in. You could just have just the crumble. So I'm going to mix those all together, and then I'm going to set that aside. And then I'm going to get my baking dish, and I'm going to get some cooking spray to make sure that the sweet potato doesn't stick to the pan. So I'm going to get my sweet potatoes, and I'm going to add it to my baking dish. And you're going to want to make sure that you flatten it out so it's even. And once it's flattened out, the next step is to get that pecan crumble that you had made and you are going to start placing the crumble on top of the sweet potato, and make sure that you get some pecans all over. And this just gives it a nice little crunch. It gives it that perfect flavor that just melts in your mouth from the butters and the sweet. It just gives it a nice little kick with the pecans. It's just perfect. And once you place all of the crumble all throughout the sweet potato, you're gonna wanna put this in the oven on 350 for a total of 30 minutes or until it's nice and golden, depending on your oven and how it usually runs for you. And here we are at 30 minutes. As you can tell, our pecan crumble is nice and brown. So I'm just going to add in some mini marshmallows on top of the crumble. And the marshmallows is what gives it an extra little something. It makes it the best sweet potato casserole you've ever had. So, I mean, the pecan crumble was something, but the marshmallow on top just gives it an extra something. So add those marshmallows, put it in the broiler for about 4 minutes, and make sure you watch it so it doesn't burn. And here we are. It's nicely toasted, and I cannot wait to dig in because it smells so good. And there you have it, you guys. Our sweet potato casserole is ready to be served. This is one of my favorite recipes that I enjoy having on my menu every year, every Thanksgiving. And I'm so glad that I get to share it with you. And this week has been such a great week because Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays, because it definitely is one where you can shine and show what you can do in the kitchen. And I'm so glad that I get to share things that I've been doing or things that I've learned with you guys, and I really hope you enjoy them. With that being said, I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. Next week's videos are going to be all about the kids since they're going to be home with us for Thanksgiving break, so stay tuned for that. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. If you're not already a part of my cooking family, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But until then, I'll cook with you later. Bye, guys.